Yo, what's good? It's Surgee here, and today they dropped the patch notes for the Type Soul release. So I'll be going over just Arrancar and what it means to be an Arrancar in this new update, alright? What they buffed, what they nerfed. Starting off fresh are two new Segundas. So Devil is getting a Segunda and Spirit. I'm semi-excited for that. Spirit is pretty good. I don't know about Devil. Devil's shit. Next is a super big nerf. It's to Arrancar's partial res. So we only get one. Right, like I don't know why they would do that, but oh yeah, another thing too is that they're changing the way the partial essence works. So no longer are you gonna get your full 3 like Shinigamis. You'll be getting your cooldown reduced if you hit Aceroscuras. That's retarded. Aceroscuras, unless they make the cooldown like 5 seconds, it makes no sense. That shit is hard. It's not easy to hit against a decent player, unless you're going against bums. And on top of that, resets the cooldown. It should reset the cooldown and buff, to be honest. Moving on to the vows. The vows that I've seen, they have added 3 vows. All of them seem pretty interesting. I know vow potential, not I made a video on that. So for the vows for Arrancar specifically, Arrancars don't have a sub mode, and most of the vows require you to not have sub. Like they'll get rid of your sub mode. So Arrancars are looking up for this because they don't even have a sub mode in this first place. So it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Moving on to some very exciting Ancient Vastos. Ancient Vastos. It has its own quest line requirements. It is pretty exciting figuring out the requirements like back in old Type Soul. Except I hope the requirements aren't like old Type Soul. That's just what I hope, because that shit was just retarded. And then another thing, you lose Vasto variant. So no dodge, no hero, no freaking proficiency. You don't get shit with Ancient Vasto. So I'm curious why anyone would pick this. What are the buffs? They only gave us one buff, which is the fact that when you get guard broken, you guard break the other person. So you let out a roar and you guard break the other person. That's pretty cool. Now moving on to the clans, the Arrancar clans. What did they change? So they nerfed all clans. So every clan got a nerf. Economico, the best clan on Arrancar side, got a nerf. It was 30 HP before, now it's 50. And all the other stats got reduced by half. The buff that they received along with that nerf is the clan passive, or the clan special ability. I'll just list out the best ones in my opinion. Economico, Lozenbaren, and Diego Jaquez. Those are the 3 ones. Economico gives you Supreme King. When an opponent deals 150 damage to you, they receive a Ray regen reduced and healing regen just half. I'm hoping that it can be stacked. Like you're just not one player, but if you're getting ganked by 2 players and they do 150 both of their HPs, their healing get halved and the Ray regen gets nerfed too. They haven't said the exact amount for Ray regen. Currently, everybody gets Ray regen like 3%. It was 10% before, so they nerfed that heavily. So Ray is gonna be something that's very vital. That's why Economico. Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to this. It sounds pretty good. It sounds very good. Now for Lozenbaren, you get 5+ hero. If hero variant, then no extra hero and 2.5% defense. We'll see in game, but I'm hoping the case where it's just 2.5 defense no matter what, even if you have hero. Yeah, I don't know if it's a case where you don't have hero, you still get a 2.5. I'm hoping that's the case. If anybody has any thoughts on that. Now for Diego Jaquez, or whatever that's pronounced as, you get a slight buff to speed and damage. I'm guessing around 5% on each, which is gonna be pretty good. That's gonna be one of the best clans. Yeah, and especially the fact that with this, it has the same stats as Economico. The only thing it doesn't have is the increased mode. It has the exact same stats, 5% extra posture actually. The ones that are not too good but have potential. The Cypher and Stark, previously one of the 2 best clans. Cypher powered Bala. It has higher cooldown, but now auto tracks. Now I don't know exactly how much increases the damage. It doesn't even say it does, but it says powered. I'm assuming it does. It auto tracks, so that's super good. But is it parryable? Is it blockable? I don't know. I'll have to see in game. And it has a higher cooldown on top of that. I don't know how much higher it is, so I'm putting it in mid tier for now. Now for Stark, Zero Connoisseur, slightly raise all Zero scaling. I don't know what slightly is. I'm guessing again 5%, 5 to 3% around there. And now for the last one, shit tier. Which is Olden Schwank or whatever that shit's called. React to detection. Move with cooldown and you can press it to see where everyone is on the map by red highlights. Doesn't show his name. Doesn't show the name. That's ass. That's not gonna help you in combat. It's not gonna help you with protecting anybody. Just knowing that people are there. That's now moving on. True Segunda. Now I think around half of the elements, half of the reses are getting True Segunda. So the ones that are here, you have Vampire, Arrogante, Stark, Storm, Volcanica, Acid, Bone, Shark, Phoenix, and Slash. Now, the res that don't got none is Light, which is crazy, Snake, another crazy one, Devil, Spirit, Horse, and Pantera. So most of the new ones. Fortunate if you guys have those. Yeah, you can't get True Segunda, so I would, be mindful of that. Now, tell me which one you guys want them to add in the comments, and I'll put in a word. Now, they have some nerfs for dodge variant here. They're making it so that dodge doesn't reset your cooldown. So when you're using dodge variant, the blue aura, it makes you do the MUI dodge. That used to reset the cooldown for your Q dodge. It no longer does that. Slight nerf. Now, moving on to the buffs or fixes. It's not buffs, they fixed it. The Vamp Z and Storm X hold variants. It made it so that the Z can actually, when you hold it now, you hold the person in, and you can basically control whether you want to pull them in or you want to just have it explode on contact. Before, it would just be random, or it wouldn't even do the pull in, which is annoying. And then for Storm X, the longer charge and block break, on the shorter charge, non-block break, they fixed that. I didn't know what was wrong with the Storm. I didn't know it even had an issue. I thought it was perfectly normal, but apparently not. They did a slight buff to Storm to be tuned, and I quote, tuned to one partial balance. Green Another Day, I don't know who the shit that is, said that it would probably do for other partials. No, it shouldn't be probable. It should be definite. Because if you guys nerfed it for when you guys added the 2 partials, you need to unnerf that. You know what I'm saying? Because they nerfed the Bone, they nerfed Stark, they nerfed Vampire, all these because now you can use 2 moves. So since we're going back, you need to, unnerf that shit. So we need to see Stark Wolves. We need to spawn in 2 wolves again. You used to be able to do that. It used to not be 1 wolf. It used to be 2 or 3. I think it was 3 wolves. Yeah, it used to be 3 wolves. No, it's only 1, which is kind of retarded. If they're gonna have it so that you only can use 1. It definitely needs a buff. And then for Vampire, they need to increase the heal for all the moves, Phage and Echo, and then make Payday more damage. That's pretty much all they need. Arrogante, they just need to buff the damage and increase the cooldowns. The damage range, it's not that good. It's not that good. Right? It needs a buff. Volcanica's AoE is super good. The only thing they need to buff, just reduce the cooldowns. Just make sure the cooldowns are reduced. It's only 1 move. It's only 1 move. So realistically, yeah, it's only 1 move. Right? That's all I got. It's like, come on. You gotta buff these. Definitely gotta buff these. Phoenix, they nerfed for Phoenix. Oh my god, they nerfed Phoenix so much, bro. They need to unnerf. Shark can stay as it is. I don't give a shit about Shark. Shark is ass. Storm, you buff the damage and the posture. And for Bone, the Z move for Bone, the Spline, he used to shoot out 3 bones. He needs to do that again because you only be able to use 1 move. Remember, Z is gonna be a lifeline. He needs to reduce the cooldown. You need to reduce the cooldown for all these moves. First off, all of them. And then I guess you can have it stay the same when it's in full res. Same cooldown as it is now, but when it's for partial res, it definitely 100% needs to be buffed. For the X now, the X needs to have more range and like more posture and more stun. More stun. C encasing it, I think is very good. I guess, and for Slash, just rebuff Byakko. Yeah, make it so that Byakko it block breaks or goes through block, whichever. And another thing, now, if you guys have any other thoughts, let me know. I'm super excited for the update to drop in a tier list for what I think the best clans are, as well as the best freaking anything, really, best everything, bro. I'm gonna drop all of it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna grind together, trying to get the 3K. Let's do it now.